Well, we better make this a short, sharp show, just like we want Hawthorn to make it a short, sharp game against Port Adelaide, because after a week's break for the last 2 years, we haven't been renowned for an early, quick start, have we now, Bards?
No, we're a bit slow in the last two prelim finals, but we get there in the end. Hopefully this time we get there early on and keep it going.
What will make this show short and sharp is there's no scores, there's no goal kickers, there's no Barslow votes, but it looks like they're irrelevant, even if there's a maximum 10 points to get over the next couple of weeks.
Are you suggesting the All-Australian Jordan Lewis has it sewn up?
It looks that way, given what I put up the other day, 40 votes and the next one's 27, unless you give special votes in any of the next two games.
And final votes are doubled.
Oof.
We're changing the rules as we go along now, are we?
Absolutely. Just like the AFL do.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get into our normal segments of A Blast.
We haven't played, mate. What can I be angry about this week? It's all good.
All right.
Everything's going along nicely. The AFL does what they do. We just turn up and play.
Well, the AFL does what they do best, and that's inconsistent application of rules.
Yes, exactly. Force, insufficient, sufficient, who cares? Doesn't matter. We've got a flag to win. Be positive.
Well, Wedders, is there a whack?
Yeah, there is. The old bag at the Box Hill game at the canteen who gave us grief after she delivered 2 cold hot dogs to us on the weekend. Old bag. Putting money back into the VFL and she couldn't help herself.
The old Port Melbourne ladies at the canteen, did they actually have food left?
Yeah, there was a little bit of confusion over the order, and instead of being gracious about it, she gave us what I would call shit-face.
The problem was there were 2 little old grey-haired ladies that were trying to give us 2 hot dogs. We didn't know which one we'd ordered from.
And they all look the same to you, Halsey, don't they?
You should have got a Borough burger instead.
All right, well, I'm going to go with Tonk of the Week and Fair Suck of the Sav. Now, Tonk of the Week, BT.
I got the honky tonk.
Now, Bards.
Something different.
Well, he shit me up the wall, to be quite honest, on Saturday night. The game was quite good, but the commentary was crap. Now, he kept referring to the game's record holder. Did you notice that?
No, I must have missed that bit.
Right, that was Pavlich. Then Corn started becoming the game's record holder. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Michael Tuck on 426 games the game's record holder?
Correct.
So I think he meant the Fremantle and Port Power games record holders.
Quite possibly.
So could he get it right or shut up?
No, he doesn't get it right. Never.
You don't work in finance, do you, Halsey, you pedantic sod?
No, I just hate BT.
Who was the Port Adelaide bloke who ran down the wing and ran about 30 metres before he bounced it?
White.
White, that's right. And the commentator said, the umpire, that's a terrible call. He's got no sense of occasion. What? Look, you're running down the wing and you're impressing the crowd. You should be allowed to run 30 metres without bouncing the ball. No sense of occasion.
Luke Darcy, and he's up there amongst Tonk of the Week.
It was Luke Darcy.
All right, well, it's a duet for Tonk of the Week. It's BT and Luke Darcy, and they're going to fight it out for the honours by the end of the year. Now, fair suck of the Sav, umpire Matt Steffi. Shouldn't know his name, but we do. Now, he should not doubt that Chelsea Roffey has got any decision wrong, especially when it's come nowhere being touched. It's about 2 metres away from anyone's hand in terms of a try to smother, and she looks at us, it goes over a hat, just like that Rioli goal in round 2. What was he thinking?
It's time to get himself on TV. He's found a gap. Ray's been knocked out, and there's an opportunity to put yourself on TV, and he's taken it.
So, fair suck of the Sav, Matt Steffi. Now, let's get right into this game. There's a few big calls that are likely to be made or not made. Rioli, Bards, is he going to play?
Yes.
Adam, you went out and saw him. What do you think?
Yes, he'll play.
Who will not play?
I wouldn't like to speculate.
It's a hard question. Bit of a school of thought going around that there's a chance that Spanger may miss, as we don't need the extra tall. And we might need the extra mid-sized player with their small forward. So I guess that's a possibility. Where have they got down there? Schultz and West. So probably Lake, Gibbo, Stratton combination could probably handle them. So that's a possibility. That would leave Duray in, I guess. Simpkin would probably stay in and Spanger goes out. But yeah, it's hard. Simpkin's obviously the best sub. You know, Robbo tried to put it out of him or Sewell today. I just think Sewell plays finals because that's what he's born to do. Might be his last hurrah, but you'd imagine Clarko's going to stick with him. So, yeah, it's going to be a very hard call, and one or two are going to go out of that side from last week, and unlucky to them.
Adam, you saw him train. Suckling, will he play?
No, I don't think Suckling will play this week.
I think if it was not playing Port, there was a chance that Suckling would replace Duray as a more attacking half-back, but I think we'll need Duray's tightness at the contest to go with one of their small forwards.
Now, Adam, you said that after the last game, and it was the only game that we played Port and was in Adelaide, they will never beat us again this year. Do you still stick by that?
Given that we went to Adelaide with a very sub-strength team, we were missing Lake, Gibson, Roughhead, and a number of other guys. I don't think Mitchell played that night either. And they fell in. They deserved to win Port Adelaide on the night, but they fell in. I don't see how they can come to Melbourne in front of a pro-Hawthorn crowd against a finals-hardened outfit that are almost full strength and win again. I think the difference in the two teams is chalk and cheese, and I think Port have really got their work cut out for them this weekend.
Bards, have Port played much on the MCG this year to give us any concern?
I think they've had one game at the MCG. The last time we played them there, we won by 165 points. So it shows how often we play them there. That was 2011, I think. Our big run to the final. So, yeah, look, they haven't played the MCG much. It's obviously that extra width at the MCG is what we love, and that's where our game works really well. So I'd be surprised if they can put in the sort of play they had in the second half. If they play the first half like they did against Freo, we could be 10 goals up at half time, as long as we start well. We won't let them back in like Freo did, so I think we should be right.
That's the key, is it? Good start?
It certainly makes life easier.
It always does, but it seems to be the third quarter's the quarter we decide to go up from second to third anyway.
Port did well last week coming back. They looked gone at half time. They credit to them, but they're trying to do that. They'll be doing a period that we're probably at our best. And you've got to remember they've been to Perth twice in the last couple of weeks as well, so we should have them covered. There's a school of thought that they're super fit, but I don't believe any AFL team's much fitter than any other team. They're all professionals. They all do a heap of work. GPS and the like, they all know what they're doing as far as fitness goes, so I don't think that'll come in.
Adam, we try and throw a bit of music into this show. You know, that's our preference, and we get a bit of feedback. But do you expect that it'll be a big rallying cry of never tear us apart?
Wouldn't have thought so.
Don't think there'll be many people cross the border?
I think there'll be plenty that come across. They're talking something in the vicinity of 15,000. It won't be heard over the PA at the MCG, so I don't really see any pockets of Port support coming out and singing that at any level that we can hear it anywhere else on the ground. And if they do, they'll be very quickly drowned out by the Hawthorn faithful.
But didn't some tonk in the media suggest that they should play?
3AW, apparently. We're all for it after the game. They wanted MCG to play it over the loudspeakers and get it going.
Not going to
happen. Sorry, folks, that's hometown stuff. Bugger off.
And it'll be like Uruguay, won't it? 2006 qualifier. We'll just drown out the national anthem. We'll do that to tear it apart.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. And I actually thought it was pretty disgraceful that night. You don't boo during the other team's national anthem. That's one thing you don't do.
No, but you can boo at INXS song, especially one like that.
It won't be played over the PA, so it's a moot point.
All right, so any other thoughts before we go to nearest to the pin? Bards?
Look, not too many thoughts, mate. I don't try to think too hard about these things. I'm pretty comfortable playing either of the two sides that we had a chance to play against, and we'll take Port. They've got some ability, no doubt, but you know, there's a reason we are where we are. And look through tonight, we've got a few All-Australians there, and if they turn up and play in good form, we'll be right, and I think it'll be fairly comfortable.
Now, it's also going to be Brownlow night before we record again. Adam, Do you think Bards is on the money? Do we have a potential Brownlow medalist amongst our team?
Up until a few days ago, I'd have said yes, but I just think Lewis is not going to attract the attention of the umpires that other players will attract. I think he will poll well, but I don't think he can win the Brownlow.
Well, I'll just point out that Bards didn't give him a vote until about round 8.
He comes home strong. I think that Sports better running a book, most votes in the last 10 rounds. That's what I'll be backing him for.
They'll bet on anything nowadays, won't they?
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's go to nearest the pin, Bard.
4!
36 points.
Adam?
4!
49 points for me.
All right, I'm
4!
37. So, this is one hell of a go off.
Of course.